Hey guys, this is Stephanie Farron, the Technology Facilitator at Butler High School, and this quick video tutorial is about how to create rubrics using different forms of technology that we talked about in professional development today. So the types of technology that we discussed in the professional development today included Padlet, DBQ Online, Rubistar, and Newsela. So I want to quickly go through each of these and show you what you could use to enhance your learning within your classroom. The first one is Padlet. Padlet is an online digital bulletin board. You as a teacher can post, you can have students post back, you can post a Padlet inside a Canvas assignment or a Google assignment and have students work on it. You can open and close when these assignments are. We've used these before in school, so I just want to show you what a few look like that we've used in Tech Talk and then show you how to create one. So this Padlet board, we as a school actually created a few years ago, and it's actually a good one to look back at because there's so many apps and things that we can use in class, but we always forget and we just use a few that we have in our wheelhouse, and that's actually not a bad thing. So these are different apps that we have come up with and used in our school in over a year. So I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what they look like and how a board looks, and I'll show you how to create a board. In Padlet, you simply click Make a New Board. It will open a new tab and it will prompt you to title the board, make it public or private, and what kinds of things you'd like the background. Once we've started a board, we can add things to it by clicking the button, drag and drop anywhere, title it, and add something to it. Students can do this and write all over the board, and you can control the board. As a moderator, you can delete the things that they post if you find that it's inappropriate, and you can open and close the times that they can post. So it's a great little tool. The downside is the board is as big as you want it to be. It will keep scrolling down the page, but a lot of times students don't know to look below the page. They want theirs at the top, obviously. So sometimes they get hidden. The second app that was discussed was DBQ Online. So that is found in your NC Ed Cloud. Both students and teachers have access to it. It's in the Clever app. So we're going to click Clever and then get to DBQ Online. Once we're in Clever, you'll notice the applications that you have. Elevation is also in Clever and DBQ Online. So we'll click the DBQ project to get to it. What the DBQ project and online DBQ will allow you to do as you as a teacher create classes and assignments that students can then look at either in Canvas or in another application or in DBQ. You can search them. So they're already online library based on topics like American history 1 and 2, world history 1 and 2, civics, economics, literature, and I don't know why, but Texas history. So it's a little hard to find if you're looking for a topic, but they can be found. So I'm just going to click on American history, and you can scroll through all the topics that have already been pulled. If you like one, for example, if I want to use how revolutionary was the American Revolution, I can preview it. There are two types of preview, a mini DBQ or a mini SQ. So let's see what we've got going on here. You can look at the topic and the student side and the teacher side and what the different things are. So this one is going to have annotations and drawings I can add to it. If I look at the teacher side, it actually breaks down for me how I can teach it, how much time I would need to do a hook, what kind of background essays I may want to do, how it can be organized, what I can assign for homework. I can use pieces and parts of this, maybe even just print off the articles themselves or the pictures or images to use. So it's a great tool that we have at our fingertips. Rubistar is the tool I mentioned to create rubrics online. It is an older tool. This is what the homepage looks like. You can create a free account. The benefit of creating an account is you can search a rubric, you can save and edit them, you can grade rubrics online, you can attach them to other things, or you can print them out. So I'm going to start with finding a rubric. So when I click Find a Rubric, I can search for keywords. I can search by title, name, or email address. In the past here, I've looked for a PowerPoint rubric. So if I come down and find a PowerPoint rubric, like this 5 Themes of Geography from Miss Edwards, I can pull up what her rubric looks like. If I like it, I simply can just print off the rubric. I can also get ideas from Miss Edwards of how to criterion and categories that I can use to evaluate, for example, a 5 Themes of Geography PowerPoint. and then I can make my own. So if I decide I want to create my own rubric instead of using a teacher's that's already been made, I can click Create Rubric. When I create a rubric, it's going to give me a bunch of rubric options based on projects and assignments that teachers normally give. So for example, maybe I want to do a persuasive essay. When I click that, it's going to ask me to title my essay rubric, and I can call it anything I want. I can also choose if it's going to be a temporary or a permanent rubric. If I make it permanent, it will also be published and other people can pull it up. And then I'm to my categories and my standards. The nice thing is it automatically populates standards and categories based on what other people have used in the past to grade it. So I simply could find things that I want in my persuasive essay, for example, a focus or thesis statement, and it's going to populate the categories and the criterion that they're looking for. This is really good because I often get tongue-tied and I forget the verbiage and the exact details that I'm looking for. I still can edit this and make it more specific to my particular criterion if I like. So I can quickly go through and look through the list and make any changes I want. If there's something that is not included that I want to include, I can make a new category. So for example, maybe sentence structure, and then fill in my categories. When I finish applying all of my criterion, then I scroll all the way to the bottom and click Submit. This is going to load my actual Rubistar rubric, and I can look at it. If I like it, I can print it off. I can go back and modify it. I can save it to come back year after year. I can print and download it, or I can make it available online. So there's a lot of really quick and easy things. It gives you a lot of resources in one place at your fingertips, even though it's an older website. And then it gives you more details or ideas to look for than maybe you had previously thought of. And finally, the very last tool that we had discussed in our professional development was Newsela or Newsela. Again, it's a free login, and this is what it looks like once you log in. Obviously, I haven't finished creating my profile, but you can still use it even without. So the cool thing about Newsela is you can search the library, you can search a topic, and you can do it by grade level or reading level. You can look at news. You can look at text sets, so different multiple articles about the same idea, or units. And you can also put things in a binder. If you look at my binder, you can also see there's 6 other teachers at Butler High School that have activities in Newsela. So that's a great tool to look at, so then you know of other people that can help you with this website or give you feedback or ideas. So for example, if I was going to look up a pro-con, this is a really good topic for students doing a graduation project and maybe talking about pro-con or debate or the judicial branch and civics. So if I was going to look at gun control and I wanted the students to read about gun control, a timely article. So this is an opinion article. I can click and it will tell me more about it. I can save it, share it, print it, add a text to a text set so I can find it later. I can create a class to assign it to, or I can embed it into another one of my assignments like Google or Canvas. I can put it in Spanish from English. I can see what the article's about. I have open activities. So I have a writing prompt and a quiz that I could give to the students or edit and give back to my students or have them do online. So it's great. So I don't have to recreate a wheel. I can switch it, like I said, back to Spanish if I had a lot of students that spoke Spanish instead of English. This tells me the reading level right here. So it's a 1070 reading level. It's written at 7th grade and it has 911 words. If I know I have a beginning language learner, I can drop that down all the way down to 580, so a 3rd grade reading level. And it's still going to give me the same content, the same details, but my students are going to be reading it at a lower level, but can still discuss it in class. So it's a great tool to use to differentiate with your students and give them different writing assignments. It's also a great tool to save things to come back to or to come up with controversial topics. So I hope this helps you guys. Have a great day.